Okay. In Python, as I already told to you, Python is a not strongly type space. You can give the different types whenever you are declaring the variable automatically. So important thing about the Python is whenever you are writing the program, you don't need to uh, think about the types of a Python. Suppose you want to take an integer variable, you don't have to write the integer, or if you want to take some floating number or decimal numbers, you don't have to think about the whether my number will be the float or integer. You just directly type the take the variable name. What is variable name? We already seen this variable name. Say for example r and equal to some number, say 23. So but what we are doing with this numbers, and what we will do with this taking the strings, and computer softwares are nothing but the data processing. They are doing the processing the data. So they are doing the processing the data means they are storing the data, they are uh, calculating the values from it also. So we will see programming we will see how to calculate the values, how to do the simple numeric operations. This will be the first our goal in the program. So suppose we will start with the simple addition of program with addition of two numbers. So let us take some one variable. So instead of directly writing the program, what we will do, whenever you are starting writing the program, one important thing about this is whenever there is a problem is given to you, then the first important thing is you should able to solve that problem using the pen and paper. For example, if they have given that write a program to add two numbers, the important thing is, can you do it using the pen and paper? Yes, we can do. So what will be my requirement for this? Whenever I start writing the example for this, what we will do, we will ask user give me two numbers, right? That means whenever there is an addition, I am explaining the logic little bit. So whenever we are writing, simply we are writing the program for the C hash will be the comment, program for writing or addition of two numbers. This is very important. So whenever you have started writing a program to add two numbers, right? Two numbers means two numbers we will have, two numbers has been given to us. We want to find the addition of those and we want to display the result. These three steps should be done there. So first thing, I should able to do it using the pen and paper. So if on the paper I want to do it, so what I have to do it, I have to take two numbers, say 23 is the first number, second is a 25 number, then we will make addition of it. 23 plus 25 is what? Whatever the addition it will have, right? So 48 will be there. So like this. So 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 means I can do it using the pen and paper. Now I want to write a program. Whenever you are started writing the program, you have to follow the same step whatever you are doing using the pen and paper. That will be the important thing in the computer logic or writing the program. Same thing you have to do. You don't have to miss a single statement whatever you are doing using the pen and paper. Okay, so let us start. So using pen and paper, what we are doing, you are taking the first number, you are taking the dummy second number, and then you are writing the, or you are doing the operation of it, and then you are saying this will be the my result. The same way we are doing here. So what we will do, we require two numbers. So what I will do, I will take first number 23. I will take a second number 25, right? We- so in these two statements we have taken one variable, first number. Remember this thing, there is no any space in a variable or identifier, first number. In this variable there is no any space, it is a complete word. It is also a complete word because it is a variable. Second thing, we have assigning 23 to this first number. So what will be the type of this first number? It will be the integer type because we have assigned integer. Again, second number, what we have assigned? Integer 25. Now now I want to calculate the addition of this. Third thing, whenever I want to calculate the addition of these two numbers, I will take a third variable, or I can give the any name for this. I will say equal to result equal to first number plus second number. So I have taken a third variable. What will be the type of this third variable? It depends upon the first number and second number. If these numbers are integers, the type of this result will become integer automatically. If one of them is floating number, then result will become a float automatically. So now I want to print the result. Simple thing. So let us run this. Yes, it has been calculated the 48 as a addition. Now we will extend this program. I hope everyone understand. Let me know whenever you have the question. You can directly unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. You can interrupt me if you are
Hello,
not
sir.
on. Yes.
Good morning, sir. Can you? I have one request. Can you please zoom in? Actually,
Okay.
the writings
Okay.
are very small.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Let me increase the font. Mm, somewhere some setting will be there. In edit should be there. Anyone knows where is the setting to increase the font? Here it should be there. Setting will be there. So go to the editor, appearance. In appearance, use custom font. You can increase the setting like 16. Apply. Okay. It has increased these fonts, not this. Okay. Let me again go to here. Mm,
So there is option of full screen in the view bar.
okay. Using the full screen, it will become a full screen. We want to increase the font of a editor. Yes, here it should be there. Font. Yes. Size of this will be, this is a font style. Size will be the 16. Okay. This will be the enough now. Okay. I hope everyone can see this now. Still, do you want to increase the
Yes.
font?
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. In the beginning session of the Python is very important. I am going little bit slow and I am explaining the line by line code so that you will have never you never will have problem in the future. But whenever you are thinking, I am not understanding whatever it is, let me know. That will clear your problem and you will go forward. So I have taken the two variables, I have taken a third variable, and in that variable I have taken addition of these two numbers. A simple statement. Whatever we are doing on the pen and using pen and paper, we are doing it here. First number, second number, we are taking the addition of this result and we are displaying the result. That will be our final solution. So whenever I run this, it is showing the result. Second thing, if I want to decorate this output, this is just a figure, so user will not understand what is this 48. So we can decorate this output using additional strings. Say result is, then we will run. So it is saying result is 48. Whenever you are adding eh, adding additional variables or giving the using the print, it will create one line and giving the space between this and this. Some commonly made mistake is people are doing like this. This is, I am explaining the wrong way. Result is result. So students are thinking it should print here and then result is. But it will, if I run this 48 output is for this line. This output is for result is result. It will not display result. So if you want to get the value, you should give, you should complete this string and you should give the comma here. Then it will display actual result. So now using this program, you can simply change these variables or change this operation also. So instead of first number, instead of addition, you can say subtraction, division, and multiplication. That is a simple thing. So you can modify or you can extend this. Okay, this will be the first program. Anyone has any doubt here? So that we will go for the next control statement. These are the simple 5 lines program. The first line is commented because it has a hash we have added. So this is a comment. Now these two variables has been taken and result we have added into the third variable. You can give the space to understand easily, but space is not compulsory here. And then you have printed the result. Okay, no one has a doubt. Okay, let us go for the second thing. Using this kind of programs, we can do only the operations, right? Now suppose I want to compare two numbers and I want to say, I want to tell user or okay, let us extend this program little bit. This 23 and 25 are numbers. Whenever I want to put addition of different number, what I have to do, I have to change variable values here, then I have to run, right? But this should not be done because developer can change, programmer can change the numbers, but how user will change the numbers? Because user will not understand this programming, right? So what we can do, we can tell user, give your numbers, tell me your numbers. He will enter the numbers and addition will be displayed. For that, what I have to do, simple thing is, we want to ask user, computer program should ask user to enter numbers. So for that we will do, what we will do, we will, so suppose we want to do it on the pen and paper. What you will do, you will you have asked to make addition of two numbers. So your first question will be, give me the first number. That will be your first question, right? So if your first question is give me your first number, then what you will do in this program, you should you should give the instruction to the other user, or user say enter first number. Enter first number, and you have to store this number. Say f. I'm just adding this as f. F equal to, there is a function in the Python, say input, and you can, instead of this uh, uh, instruction, no need to write instruction here, no need to give a message to user, message will be taken from here. Enter first number. Remember how this statement is created. Input is a function. You can send a string or send a message to the user, enter first number, and you have stored this number into the f. Again say s. For the s, again input, enter second number. Let us say this will be my first number, this will be my second number. This program will give an error, or it will give problem, but still I will want to see what is the output of this. Whenever this statement will come, input function will come, and you send a message, it will stay, this program will stay for a user to give an input. Let us see what happens. It is, this is output in the below line, this is a output. Enter first number, he has given a message enter first number, so it is actually waiting for a user to give, to enter some number. I am entering 45. Again press enter. Enter key on a keyboard. Again it is asking enter second number. So now cursor is coming here. Enter second number. Say 87, 67. And if I place again enter, it will go for the next statement. So what is the next statement? These are the commented, they will not executed. Again it will give the result equal to f plus a, and result is this. But this result is wrong, right? It is just concatenating these two values two together, 48 and 67. But what we want to do, we want to make actual addition of these numbers. So what happens here, whenever you have written input function and this message, it will give this number in a string format. We will come after 2-3 lectures, we will come at the type conversion, but what is the different types and these, because we have seen some of the types also in last lecture, but we will do some practice and then we will come there, so you will understand it effectively. But it is converting this into the string, and we want to, you should find this, or you should treat them as an integer. Computer is treating them as a string. There is a difference between string and integer. Whenever there is addition of two strings, it is concatenating together. So one string after another, first string and second string, these are the concatenated or added, this like whenever there is a string. Whenever these are the numbers, computer is taking the actual addition of this. So in that case it is doing the operation, mathematical operation. Otherwise it is just making them together. So for that what I have to do, so this number f is treated as a string, s is treated as a string. So what you have to do, you have to declare another variable, say first number, and then you can write function, you can change the type f. What this is doing, this is converting this f into the integer. Again for a second number, convert this, convert this second entered value into the integer, and then take addition of first number and second number, and then take the result, addition of this, and print the result. So let us define this. So you can think about this as a simple calculator, which for which you are asking user to enter two numbers and you are displaying the result. Yes, first number, it is saying enter first number, say 12, second number 13, it is displaying the result as the result is 25. So whenever there is an output, you should link these lines or link this input to one another. So it is a simple thing. So if you want to take the values directly, you can directly take the variable, but drawback of that is these values are hard coded. Only programmer can change and edit and run again. So in that case, we need a compiler again. But whenever you are writing program in such a way that user can enter the values, so that program will become a dynamic automatically, because you don't have to go there and change the program and compile it again and run it again, right? So input is a function to take the input from the user. Print is a function to show the output to the user. Remember this thing. These are the variables taken to store values in a computer. So now this is about this. So now we will see one another program in which user will give two values, or instead of user we will take directly two values, and we will display the result which number is a more than another. So what we will do, whenever you want to take another program, what we can do, new, instead of file, just click Python file and say maximum. We will see how to find a maximum of two numbers. So 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 simple programming title is find program to find maximum of two numbers. We will extend this program, but we will find a maximum of two numbers. So if we look at the title, the question is given, we want to find the maximum of two numbers. Whenever it is saying the problem, we should able to solve it using the pen and paper. Can you find the maximum of two numbers? The first question is, what are those numbers first, right? So give me two numbers, then I will find and then I will tell you. This is my work. But the work from the user is, or whoever is asking the question is, he should give the two numbers. Then I will tell him what is the maximum number. So similar way, in the first program we have taken two numbers, right? So similar way, we will take two numbers from the user. We will take two numbers from the user, and we are converting this into the numbers, actual number. So string, we are taking these numbers as a string, and we are converting this into the integers so that we can compare. String we could not compare, right? But numbers we can compare. Now let us see how to do this. There is one control structure in the Python, or the people who has done already C programming, they already knows if else, but there is a control structure where who are the newer for the programming. There is a control structure in the Python, say if else. Its syntax is little bit different than C programming, but you can think about only Whenever there is a programming languages, only syntax is different, logic is the same. So if it's a if you can add the statement here or expression, statement or expression, or we can say boolean expression that should give the boolean value, and there is a colon. So this is a syntax. Second thing is, whatever you want to do in this if, you can do it here. Task to do, again else, and you can write task here. So what is this if else? If this statement is true, then it will go inside, otherwise it will go here in the else. There should be the colon here, else, and it will do here. So this is a general syntax of if else. After this we will see nested if else also, and if else is else if also. So if this is true, so what is this statement, or what is this boolean statement? This should give an output as a boolean value. For example, if I want to compare two numbers, say whether 3 equal to 0. So what this statement does, this is checking whether this 3 is equal to 0 or not. Simply say it is not, this is not true. That boolean expression should have the, or this expression should have boolean value. We will see what is boolean. Boolean is nothing but a true and false. Boolean is a type of a variable. Say I can say check equal to true. T should be there. Check, do not check, equal to false. Like integer, in the integer variable we can save the integer values, right? In a floating type of number, we can save the float variables or decimal numbers. Similarly, in the boolean variable we can store true and false, true or false. Also, these true and false statements will come up from comparative statements. In last lecture we have seen some comparative statements. For example, this. So if I want to compare whether the two numbers, so say suppose there is a one variable, say 1 equal to 34, and if I write here a is greater or equal to 0. If I write a is greater or equal to 0, or if there is only one statement, no need to write this bracket also. If a is greater or equal to 0, what it does, it compares this a to the 0, whether this is greater than or equal to 0 or not. If it is greater than or equal to 0, this statement will give the true value, and this true value will be given to the if, because there is a if this is true, then it will go for here, and it will simply do whatever the task we have written here. So let us say uh, positive here, simple thing, and here we will write here print non-positive. Non-positive is not a negative, remember this thing. There is one more possibility also. So positive here and non-positive also. So what will be the output of this? This we have not used. We have used a equal to 34. So 34 is greater than equal to 0. Yes, or we can say true. Therefore it will go inside. So let us run this. Okay, it is asking for first number. This first statement will be there. Therefore second number, result is 46. Okay, What we are doing, we want to run this maximum, not this. You can simply say here it is running the this first pi. So what we have to do, you have to click on the maximum, right click on the maximum or the file, and you can simply say maximum, run maximum. There is option say run maximum. It is running already, therefore it is asking. So it is giving output positive because we have say 34, 34 is positive. So if this number will be the negative, what it will give? Oh, sorry. Let us stop. Negative 23, say. And if I run this, you have to click here to give an input. 34, non-positive. So simple thing is the minus 23, the value of a is minus 23. It comes here. Minus 23 is greater than equal to 0. No. False. Yes, no is nothing but a true and false. So no, this is wrong. A is not greater than or equal to 0. It is actually less than 0. Therefore, this statement become wrong. This statement become false. Therefore, it will not go inside. It will come in the else. If this happens, then it will go here. Otherwise, it will go in the else. This is a simple syntax of a if else. So, this is a Boolean expression. So you can compare these numbers using the greater than 0, greater than equal to 0, less than 0, less than equal to 0, whether two are the numbers equal or not, using the equal to operator. So now what we want to, we don't want to check whether they are positive or negative. We want to compare two numbers and we want to show the maximum number of them. So I will simply remove this. So we have the first number in the first number, second number in the second number variable. So not now what I will do, instead of this, I will say whether first number is greater than equal to second number. Then we will see maximum is. In this case, what will be the maximum number? In this case, if this will be the true, what is the maximum number? What I should
First,
print?
First
First number.
number.
First number, right? Because this is state in statement or in this Boolean expression, it is given whether that is greater than or equal to 0. Even though if I write whether it is equal to greater 0, then also it will, if this number is greater, then it will show. But no, not an issue. And if this will not be the true, then in that case, second number will be the maximum. So I should print here maximum is second number, right? So let me run this and we will check whether the program is running correctly or not. I have added the 23 and second number is 46. So it is saying maximum is 46. So how it executed? Using this first line. Now see the program and output. Enter first number. It is prompting user to enter the first number. This means this statement prompting user to enter first number, and it is waiting for input from the user. So after that I have added the 23. So 23 will be added to the f as a string. Now again, if I press an enter, it gives a message enter second number and it waits for input. That means it gives an output, this statement, and wait for the input. So I have added the 46 here. So this 46 is added to the s as a string and it will go forward. So now this f is converted into the integer and assigned to the first number. S is converted into whatever s has been entered, it is converted into the integer and it is assigned to the second number, and I have compared these two numbers, and if first number in the if the first number is greater than 0, greater than second number, it is printed first number, else it is showing the second number. Now important thing about this if else is, if I change the spaces here, you can simply see it gives an error. Here it is showing the red mark, or if I run also, it gives an error. Whenever you are writing the statement as a if and colon, there should be some indentation. Indentation means like in whenever we are writing the essay or something, we are giving the paragraph, right? So similarly, indentation is nothing but a paragraph kind of space, and that should be same everywhere. So you can simply use a tab here to give, so that it will give an equal space, or you can give the spaces here using the space button 1 2 3 4, and same spaces should be given here also 1 2 3 4. If I give the one less space, only one spaces, then also there is a chances of error. Let us see what happens. I don't think it will. Okay, it is running, but there should be some spaces, equal spaces. Okay, that equal spaces coming in the for loop and other loop also. We will see what happens there. If there are multiple statements and we are not giving the, we are changing the spaces, it will give an error. But you should give the same spaces, same spaces. So instead of giving using the space bar, simply take a tab button, so it will give the same spaces automatically. We don't have to much think about, and it will come on the same line. You can see this statement as this statement is at the same line. If else in the C programming, let me compare with the C programming. In the C programming, that will not be the case. Means indentation doesn't have any problem in the C programming. So this is important. Now suppose there are the three numbers from the user and we want to find out the, so we will extend this program little bit. If there are the three numbers, then what I will take, I will take a t as a input. Can you imagine, uh, can you write your own, you already have the computers, or the people who don't have computer, they can simply write on the their notebook. Suppose I want to compare three numbers and then I want to find the maximum. You start writing the program, we will see how you are writing. If anyone can say, if anyone wants to share their screen after writing, if he is doing, then let us know also. But we will have the 5 minutes to write a program. Think about, we want to enter the third number, and let us see what happens. So uh, we want to find the third number, additional third number, and maximum of, instead of two numbers, we want to write a program of three numbers. Start writing the program on your computer also. I will be here. If you don't have the computer with your own, you can take a notebook, you can write program there also. Whenever we have finished, you can compare your program with us, or if anyone want to write a program and he wants to show, they can simply send me on the WhatsApp. I will check. But you should able to write in this Python session. Until and unless you practice your own, you will not understand it properly. So think about what we should do if I want to compare three numbers. It is asking for first number, then again second number and third number. Third number is saved in a t. So how to convert this into the integer? Again we have to take another variable. You can give name to as your own, say third number. I am giving first number, second number and third number, these names. It is not compulsory to give the same variable names, but I am giving names with logical. It should be come with the logical, or user should able to understand these variables logically. If someone is reading your program, they should understand whatever you are writing there. So first number, second number, third number. Now important thing here in the if else. This you have to write. How to do this? Suppose you want to do this using pen and paper. Okay. Okay, let us discuss about the logic. Suppose you want to do it using the pen and paper. What you will do? You will first compare two numbers, right? And whatever the maximum number, that will be compared to the third number. And again, by comparison of these two numbers, you will have the maximum number, right? So this means you will do the in one operation you will do if else in the first step, and then whatever the maximum number, that will be compared with the third number, right? So this means we want to do, so in the program or Python program, there is a control statement, say if else with a nested if else. Means if first number is, okay, pay attention here, and let us see. If I want to find the maximum of this among these three numbers, what I will do? If I want to do it on the pen and paper, I will compare these two numbers first. Whatever the maximum number, that will be compared with the third number. This is the simple logic. So, but first step we have did here, we already did here. First number is greater than second number, yes. Then first number, if we come here, this will be the first number, right? This is a maximum among this first and second. If it will come here, this is a second. Second number is a maximum among this first and second number. So instead of writing this, let me hash here, comment this. Here, what I will do, instead of this statement gives you maximum among this first and second number. The first number will be the maximum in this case. So now what I will do, I will again compare here. Third number. Third number, whether third number is greater than equal to first number here, because in this case first number is a maximum among this first and second. Now compare this number to the third. If first number and second number, if third number is greater than equal to first number, then print, let me print maximum is, so our output should be here. In this case, in this case maximum is third number. Else of this if, else maximum is, else maximum is first number. Similarly, so if and else, there is a pair of if and else. This if is related to this else, or this else is related to this if. and this else is related to this if. If this will be the true, it will go here, otherwise it will go inside this if. Again, if first number is greater than equal to second number, this means this will be the greater number, it will come here. Third number will be compared with the first number and the result will be displayed. Now similar if else I have to take in the else also, right? So that I can compare this with the second number. Third number will be compared with the second number. So third number is greater than equal to second number. Yes. Then maximum will be the third number. Else maximum will be the second number. This is very important. It is little bit complicated, but very simple to understand. Whatever word we are using in the our daily life, if, else, if, then, otherwise. So similarly, if, else. In the programming, if, else is given. So enter the first number. If I run the program, enter the first number. It will ask me three numbers to enter one by one. So let us add 34, 12, and 45. It has given maximum is 34. Our program is wrong. Let us check what is wrong here. It is giving the maximum is 34. This means something is wrong in our program. What happens? Okay. First number, second number, third number. Yes, this is second and this we have to add as a T. Therefore, there is a wrong. We should have added T here. We have again added third number as the same number. Therefore, let us define 12, 23, 32, and 45. 35. 35 I have added. So 35 is the maximum. Is there anybody who don't understand this if else and nested if else? This is called as nested if else. You can take or you can nest as many as if else one another. Computer doesn't have any problem. If else inside if else you can take. Important thing about here is if you have written if, their indentation is same. There are the two tabs here. So for this else also there are the two tabs. Remember, this print is not at the level of this. If you write this print at this level, it will give an error. You can see here is a red mark. Whenever you are writing the statement and the statement is inside this, there should be some indentation. Once you make a practice, you don't have to worry about this. It will give you. But whenever you are reading the program, you will understand it using the this indentation or spaces. Okay. Okay. Let us write your okay. Let us modify this program little bit. Suppose marks are given. Say, uh, let me write and you try one program. Let me add charger. Okay. Let us define one program. Say new. Its name is result. You have to write a program. Percentage is given. show result to user whether it is first class, show result as first class, second class, third what it says third class, or distinction. Can you write a program whether there is a distinction first class or second class, or and instead of third class there is a average student and fail above 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 40 75 there will be the distinction, above 60 first class, above 55 second class, and average or other pass student, and the last student is below 35, there is a fail. Can you write a program for this? So what is the input for this, or instead of this many remove this average, it will become a easy first class, second class, and fail. Below 60 and pass students will be the second class and then fail. So try to write a program. The result percentage is given. So what is the input? Input is nothing but one value. Floating value you can take, float value, and you can simply check the result, and you can display whether it is a distinction or first class or second class, or whether the student is fail. Start writing the program. We will see who can write. What are the problems? If you are not able to, you don't have the computer, then you can simply write on the paper. Whenever we are writing, you can compare it with us. But you start writing this. If anyone has finished, let me know. We will check together, or they can share their screen also if they has computer, or we will see if there is any problem. In the starting, we will go little bit slow, because whenever you are writing the program, then there will be the errors. So until we solve the error, we will not understand it properly. So don't worry about whether there is a error or not. Let us start writing. I will be here. I will be here for let us start writing. I will be here. Let me know if anyone is finished. Anyone has error, let me know. If anyone is finished, let me know. If anyone has finished, they can simply send me on the WhatsApp also. I will check. If there is any mistake also, then I will share here if there is a error also, and I will explain to all of you. Don't worry about it. So don't worry about whether there is error or not. But you start writing. Important thing is you should able to write your own. You can refer this program. I will keep open this, how it has been used. What we want to do, we want to categorize the marks or percentage. Directly percentage is given. You have to categorize them. You have to display the category, whether it is a distinction, whether it is a first class, second class, or whether the student is fail. Okay. Uh, Aniket. Aniket sent a program. Okay. Let us see. Aniket sent a program f equal to input enter percentage percent equal to float f. He is converting this f into the float. This is very important. You can check if that value is a float or decimal number. This is converting into the float. Float you have to write float float to f percent. If percent is greater than equal to 75.0, then it is a print distinction. Else again it will come here. If so nested if instead this inside this if percent is greater than equal to 60 first class else again there is if inside this else if percent is greater than equal to 30 whatever the average 30 it is a second class else it is a fail, right? So this is good. So let us see anyone is writing again. Let me show you this program. You can refer this program. It is not that much difficult, but whenever you are writing first time it takes time. Okay. Tushar has sent a program. Let us check. Equal to enter input percentage of a student. He is converting this number, the string to the percentage. Per is a variable he has taken. If percentage is greater than equal to 75, student pass with distinction. Else per is greater than equal to 60, student pass with first class. Else nested if else. Inside this else there is if again else there is again a if greater than equal to 55 student pass with first class second class student is fail. Okay. And what is else of this? Tushar, he has compared if it is less than equal to 55, less than 55, student is fail. No need to write this. If less than 55, if it is coming here, that means it is less than 55, right? So instead of this if, directly you
Yes.
can write print student is fail. You have taken this as a 55. Below 55 are fail. Oh, so this last statement 30-40 you have to change. Okay, Sweetie has sent a program. We'll check it together. Percent input, enter percentage. So user will enter in, it will be stored in the perc variable. So it will become a string. Now she has converting this pers into the floating value p. Remember this thing you have written here, you have removed this, but there should not be indentation here. It should be from this level. Remember this thing. So that's okay. P equal to float percent. E percent is greater than equal to 75, print distinction, else, again else, if inside this, uh, this else should be on the same line with the if. Remember this thing. This else should be in the same line with this if. This line. Again, if you are writing the else here, this should not be. It should come inside. It should be nested. So, so I like to tell you all of you, whenever you are writing the nested, it should be inside one another, so that it will be nested. Okay. So next program. Okay. So it is sent it 2 times. Okay. Tushar has
Sir, I will
corrected.
correct it. Yes.
Okay. Tushar has corrected the program and he has sent it again, right? Okay. Good. So this is also commonly made mistake. People are not adding indentation properly. They should nest it one another. They should give the spaces properly. In this program, there will be the problem. It will give an error if this else and this will else will be at the same level. Okay. So what happens here?
So,
Yes.
so I have one question that here she's including two statements with an and. So do we need to use brackets?
No need to use a bracket here, and colon should be here. No need to use bracket here.
Okay, sir.
But if you
Okay,
use
sir.
a bracket, then also there will not be the problem.
Okay, sir.
Bracket will increase the readability. Remember one thing here, but no need to increase. Okay, let us see this. What she has added. She has taken if p is greater than equal to 60 and p is less than 75, first class. So she has taken this and here. And is a statement, we will see. And is a statement or and is a operator. You can use to compare two two Boolean expressions. This is a Boolean. So this is whether this p is greater than equal to 0, true. Whether this is less than equal to less than 75, true. Then it will go inside. This will go inside if and only if both statements are true. This is and. Remember one thing. So this and we will use again, but right now you can think about this is and. Simply and operator. Everybody knows what is logical and. The same it is working. And or operator is if one of the statement is true, then we can use a or operator, or. Yes. Rushali Zadav also sent a program which is correct. In this program, some of the commonly made mistakes are there. One of the thing is indentation. Second thing is colon should be here. After the if there should be the column. After the else there should be the colon. That is also that will also give an error. Remember this thing. Colon here it should be. One colon is given here only and here also. But all other statements are missing the colons. So this program should be corrected
Yes,
like that.
sir. That's why I sent another one. I missed
Okay.
the colons.
Okay. Yes. For else also there should be colons and they should be
Yes, sir.
intended properly. Okay. Okay. Vaishnavi also sent one program. Okay. Let us see. Uh, so one important thing I like to mention here, you have to write nested in one another. But is there any way to avoid this nested if else? That is the thing. So let us see one of the control statement. Let me okay here. Let me copy this so that it will go faster. We will make quite some of the change, but whatever you have written, that is good. But we will see one more control structure or about the if else. One more thing about the if else. Let us say this number will be from the user. Let us say it is in the integer, not an issue. So user has entered the number. Enter percentage number, and I have taken this as a, let us take this as a float, say the first number, not an issue. Instead of this writing, what you can do, the first thing is if it is first number is greater than or equal to 75, then I can directly print distinction, right? There is a one more statement in one of the control structure of the if is elif. Elif. You can take it is else if actually, but spell is el if. Else if first number is greater than equal to 60. You can write them as the same level here. Again you can write else if. What it does, if this is true, it will go here. If it is false, then it will go for the else if and directly compare this whatever. If it is true, then it will go inside, otherwise it will go for the next statement. So elif is nothing but we can write them in the same level one by one. So it will start executing one by one. Whatever the statement, if it is true, then it will go inside, otherwise it will go here. It will check. If it is true, then go inside, otherwise it will go for the next. And again here, say 55, then second class, let us see, let us add for the 35, say pass class, and then lastly you can say else, and you can add fail here. If I write here fail, it is asking number 45, it is saying pass class. If I want to run this again, if I say 90, it is saying distinction. So program is running correctly. You can check. What I have did, there is a elif. Again, this is nothing but you can read, instead of writing elif, you can directly read else if. If this is, else if this, else if this, else if this. In the same level also you can do like this. So this is simply if else if else if. So uh, this is all about the else if or if else. You can think about which kind of programs we can do. I will send list of programs also to work with uh, else if for using the else if also. Some of the list also, programming list also I will send. Now we will go for the next statement. There is a there is one more statement called loop, or we can say for loop. Suppose I want to take in the Python, let us define one of the new Python file. Suppose I want to do, or I want to print list of numbers from 1 to 10. So what we can do, I have to write a print statement 10 times, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, like that. But instead of that, in the Python there is a control statement called loop. Using the loop, we can take some of the numbers, or we can iterate numbers one by one. For example, suppose this is a program uh, to print numbers from 1 to 10. So for, I will write, I will directly type the numbers from 1 to 10. From, so for, we can say for I in range There is a function in the Python, inbuilt function in the Python, say range 1 comma 10, and colon you can give, and you can simply say print I. In this control statement, there are the three things. One is started with the for I in range 1 to 10, means for each variable it will iterate this variable one by one, range 1 to 10, and if I print here, so it will come here inside, and for the range 1 to 10 it will print I. Let us run this and discuss it again. You can simply say it has started with the 1 for I in range 1 to 10, it will come here. So this is loop, this is running, or this is executing the statements one by one. For example, it will start with the 1 I equal to 1. For I equal to 1 it will execute, so print 1. Again it will go for I equal to 2, I equal to 3, up to 10, not for the 10, less than 10 we can say. Up to 10 means less than 10. Therefore you can simply see output, it is up to 9 only. If I want to print from 1 to 1 to 10, I want to print 1 to 10, I should write here 11. Not only this, you can add the multiple statements here also. If I want to print, this is I, if I want to print square of I also, or square numbers, then also I can simply write this. It is printing 1 and then 1, 2 and 4, 2, or simply 2 comma, I will write on one line, I will add I star numbers and its squares. You can add multiple statements here also. In the if also you can add multiple statements, but they should have the same lining space or indentation. It is giving an output like this: 1 1 2 4, 4. It's square, number and its squares, number and its squares, it is given. So range is from 1 to 11. It will come up to 11 or before 11 we can say. What it does in this loop, it comes from the, it starts with the 1, it checks whether this 1 or the value of I, it is taking the value of I in the range 1 to 11. So 1 2 3 4 6 and 7 and so on. If I write a comma here and say 2, let us see what is the output. What is change here? If I add 2 here, what is change here? If I write 2 here, what is the change in output?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
It takes the number which is difference between two means like one, two, three, four, five.
yes. So for taking the value of I, it has made increment in the I by 2. It has taken values from this range 1 to 11, but it has incremented this I by 2. Means first number is 1, again second I is 3, again third I is 5, and so on. So it has taken 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, right? So this value depends on the increment. If I write 45 here and 4 here, we can see it will take first number as a 1, second number as a 5, and third number. So it is incrementing this value. So it is incremented. So understand this range function. Range function will give values from 1 to 45 started with 1, and increment will be done by this number. If you will not mention the increment, it will increment, it will do increment by 1. If you want to make an increment using some number, say 3, it will make an increment of these numbers using the 3. So now try to write down the program which will show you, or which will give uh, okay, let me give an exercise here. I will keep this as an open, but again you start writing at your on your notebook or file even numbers. Write a program to print values, print even numbers up to 1000, or you can simply ask user to enter the range uh, up to where he wants he want to have the list, or print all even numbers up to 1000. You can simply start writing the program. It will have the 3 or 4 lines. Start writing it. Let me know if there is any problem. We are starting with the simple programs. You should able to write this. Once you are able to write simple programs, you can build a large programs. But until you write a simple small programs, you will not understand it properly. Start writing this. I will keep this open if you want. Yes. Ankita sent a program to print even numbers. Okay. So simply thing is, instead of this 1000, you can write simply 2 here, and you can print value here I. These are the, this will give you all the even numbers up to
It will give
1000.
odd numbers.
It
It
will
gives
give,
out
it gives odd numbers. So
Odd
what I
number.
have to do? I
Start
have
with
to
0 to
start with,
130.
okay, start with 0 to, or 2, from the 2 even numbers we are writing, right? So that 1000 will be included. Now suppose I want to make addition of all these numbers. It is printing from 1 to 1000, right? No need to write this 2. Suppose these are the print numbers. Everybody understand how we are printing the even numbers? We have to give 1, 1000, comma 2 and print I. It will give the even numbers. Now suppose I want to make addition of these numbers together. Means addition of this from 1 to 1001 or 1000. So what I have to do? In this for loop, we will have help of this for loop. This for loop gives you number one by one and you can do operation on it. If I want to find the square, you can do. If you want to make a cube of it, you can do. If you want to divide it by something number and find an output, you can do. So we can use this loop to iterate range one by one or list of numbers one by one and you can give an output accordingly. So if you want to make an addition of these all of these number, what we can do? Instead of this, we will modify this program. I will write one variable as a sum and I will make it as a 0 in the start. And instead of this, what I will do, sum equal to sum plus 0 under sum plus I. Understand this statement properly. Sum equal to sum plus I. Someone can think that here is also sum, here is also sum, and how it will take. In the programming, whatever the right side, it will be calculated first and that will be added to the left side or L value. So this will be addition, this addition will be done and that will be added to sum. So for example, now simply say this I have added the 5. So it will go for the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? For 1 in the initially in the first time the sum is 0, it will come here. So it will take I equal to 1 first, it will go here. The value of I is 1 now. So sum equal to sum plus I means what? Sum equal to 0 plus 1. In the starting the value of I is 1. So 0 plus 1. The value of sum will become, in the first iteration, value of sum will become 1. I will comment here and I will write the values of, let us write here, we will write here. When there is I equal to 1, the value of sum will become 1. Again, next time the value of I will become 2. Again it will come here. The value of I will become 2. Sum plus 2. But what is the value of sum? It is 1, right? 1 plus 2, 3. Again, whenever there is a value of 2, sum will become 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Again for the next iteration, value of I will become 3 and sum plus I is 3 plus the value of sum is 3 here, right? Previous value. Whatever the previous latest value, it will be taken in a variable. So 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Again it will become 6. Again value of will become I will become 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. The value of sum will become 10. Now if I want to show it to the user, some commonly made mistake is people are adding this here. See, let us what is the output. It gives 1, 3, 6 and 10. Why it is given 1, 3, 6 and 10? Because I have added this print statement inside the loop, in this loop, for loop. Whatever the statements are executed, they will be executed one by one using the loop. So for that, what I have to do, instead of adding this print statement here, remove the indentation here. That means the loop is limited to this only. Whatever this calculation will be done, it will be done and then it will go for the next statement sum. If I run this, it will print this sum only one time, because this is not in the loop, it is outside the loop. Simple thing, right? Anyone has any question in this for loop? This for loop is very important. We want to use this for loop effectively for many calculations. Anyone has any question in the if, else if, for loop?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
If we want to use a number that is given by the user, so we can directly put that number in the range, right?
yes. We
Without
can
any.
directly put yes. For example, if there is a number say 45, or user has taken this, then you can use here also. So you can use variables here also instead of these numbers.
Yes,
Instead
sir.
of this number also, yes.
So I was asking like I also need that 45 value, so I can do that a plus 1 inside a bracket. So it will work or not?
Here, yes. If you want, yes, that will also work. This
Okay.
value will be calculated and that will be taken in this range. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Again, anyone has any question? This looks very simple, even though it is simple, but we should able to use this as a weapon whenever you are writing the program. You should able to use it properly. So, Pallavi has sent a program for the range. Okay. Nanishwar has sent something and he has deleted. Okay. Upper limit. Okay. Um, Sweetie has taken the value from upper limit from the user and she has taken, okay, she has taken at the range. Okay, good. On the group she has taken, okay, good. Let us see one more thing. Let us see, you already knows what is if else, right? There is one more operator to check whether the given number is even or odd, or to compare these numbers. For example, if number is given 45, there is a modulus operator. If a percent 2 equal to 0, number is number is even in this case, else. Okay, there is a modulus operator. What it does, it's simply mod function in the mathematics. Everybody knows what is mod. A mod 2, it will give the remainder after dividing by this number. Remember this thing. So it is called as modulus. So this is a modulus operator. A percent 2 equal to 0. In this here, if here it is checking whether a divides 2 or not. 2 divides a or not. If it is divides, the remainder will become a 0, then number is even, else number is odd. We can use simply this for the for loop also. Take a range from 1 to 11, no need to make an increment using the 2, and directly put if it is equal to percent equal to 0, then print the number, otherwise ignore the number. So this is one of the way to write. Let us write one complicated program.
Sir,
Yes,
if we
yes,
have to accept number from the user and check
mm,
it is even or odd, then how will we do it?
yes. So what you can do, so similar way, whatever we are taking the number from the way, for example, instead of this 45, we want to take the value from the user. So take one string variable, say n equal to, say input from the user, right? Enter number and convert this number into the int, or convert this string into the integer. So now the value of a is whatever the value entered by the user, right? Let us see. Enter number. Because of this input statement, program will stay, or it will allow user to enter the number. He is waiting for input. Now 23 he has added, number is odd. Again if I call, if I put 34, number is even. So this is a dynamic input from the user.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in this way you can modify your program, you can extend your program to get a input from the user, to get a range up to the here. You can also in this our previous loop. Okay, loop I have deleted. In the loop, in the range, or in the increment, or in the increment value also you can take and print the output. So this kind of things you can do using this if else and for loop. Now important program is commonly made program, or it will give an uh, good hands on the if else. The program for the prime numbers. Try to write a program, write a program to check whether given number is prime. Try to write a program to take, or to check whether the given number is prime. Take a input from the user, start writing this, we will see what happens. Many teachers of the programming are taking this program because it explains logic properly. It gives introduction of logic in a good way. Therefore, this program is taken. So start writing the program for this. We will see if anyone will able to do it. Everyone should able to do it actually. So start writing the program whether the given number is prime or not. So how to check a given number is prime or not? There is a way. Suppose, so first thing you should think about whether you can do it using the pen and paper. That is my first question. Yes, because we are the mathematician. We should know if some number is given by anyone, we should able to tell them that whether the given number is prime or not. So for that, what we can do, suppose 5 is given, then what our mind is done, we can directly say that 5 is prime number, but our brain is calculating some values and then it is giving an output. How we are calculating using the pen and paper? We will start with the 2. We will check whether the 2 divides to 5 or not. Again, if it is not divides, then again we will go for the 3, whether 3 divides or not. Again we will go for the 4, whether we check whether it divides to 5 or not. Means we are taking the range of numbers. Let me name. We are taking the range of numbers and we are checking whether these numbers dividing to that number or not. If one of them is divides, one of them number is divides, we can directly say that this number is not prime. If no number divides less than that number, then we can say that this number is prime. So
Yes, sir.
try to write the program. I will be here. If anyone has finished, they can post. I want to mention some. Uh, I want to mention some commonly made mistakes also. Okay. What we will do? Let me explain. Okay. What we will do? You try to write it on your own at home. I will send you some of the more exercises and try to write down these programs and run them. I will send on our group, WhatsApp group, some of the programs today, and you try to write this for this weekend, today and tomorrow. On the Monday, we will see. On Monday, we have the exhibition at our department, right? But at what time? Anyone has any information?
10 to 16.
10 to 16. Okay. Then, what about our lecture? How many people are uh, people has made modules there? Okay. What we will do? I will communicate with the department and I will send you whether we will have lecture or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you. Uh, see you on Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Let me take an attendance. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Someone left 40. Okay. Anyway, thank you.